Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a quick little update here from the Planet Coaster 2 team, where they are answering some community questions as well as going over the Frontier Workshop. But the big thing that I wanted to cover are some of the community questions that they have decided to answer. So we're going to go ahead and read through this and we'll discuss just a little bit, and I'd love to hear down in the comments what you all think of this. So here we have, "Heyo Park Managers, as we head towards launch, we've seen a few more frequently asked questions that we would like to respond to. First one being, does the guest cap also apply to PC? What affects it and why is it there? If it is on PC as well, will it be removed from PC in a future update?" They respond with, "We have a set guest cap of 6,000 guests to create the best experience in terms of performance for our players at launch. We'll be continuing to analyze and evaluate player hardware feedback regarding this topic post-launch." So that is all they have to say about that. And yeah, my personal opinions on the capping the guests is kind of, I prefer how they did it in the first game. Just kind of, if we want to, let us have, 20,000 guests in our parks. But if you want to cap it at 1,000, sure. But then on the other end, I'm also a player that I play a lot of sandbox mode and I like to spam a lot of pieces in my park. So I might have guests in there for a little while, but then I usually end up either A, closing the park off to guests to save frame rate, or B, I'll limit it to maybe a few hundred, if not 1,000 guests, and that's about it, just to get some activity in the park. So I can see it both ways, but yeah, I do lean on the more just let us have as many as we want to, and if we want to limit it, let us do that. But yeah, we will have to see if there's updates on that in the future. The next thing they bring up is the Frontier Workshop, and there is a YouTube video explaining that if you don't know what that is, but we're not going to cover that. That is from Planet Coaster 1, and has been covered a lot. So, alright, let's go to the next very, very important things. So the next one is going to be, are custom music sound billboards in the game, or will they be added? So Planet Coaster 2 is all about creativity, and we are always considering new ways to bring your theme parks to life. We will be introducing these features in a future update, and that is huge news. I know at least 2 or 3 people I can think of off the top of my head have openly said my entire big project relies on me being able to do that. Like, they've recorded their own audio, recorded their own music in some instances, and that would just be absolutely gutted to hear if they weren't able to use all that hard work and everything. So yeah, big update there that we will be getting that in the game and everything. So very excited about that. Next up, we have, will load unload stations be added? Coasters and rides are at the heart of Planet Coaster 2. We'll be introducing load unload stations in a future update. Very, very big news. That's going to completely change how many of us build coasters or tracked, or there's a whole bunch of different rides and everything like that. And yeah, that's going to really affect the guest flow as well, right? The line or the queue times, how you set up maybe your priority passes, and just a whole bunch of different things kind of opens up with that. The first ride that for whatever reason comes to my mind is Rock and Roller Coaster at the Disney parks, where that train comes in empty, ready for you to just kind of get on it. And when you end the ride, I guess spoiler alert, but when you end the ride, it's you get off at a different location and everything like that with the unload station. So yeah, no, there's a bunch of different possibilities with this, whether it comes from a creative standpoint or even a management standpoint. So very, very excited to see how those are implemented. So. And then the last little bit that I wanted to cover is going to be, will rides with built-in decor have vanilla versions too? So what this is referencing, if you don't know, is some of the coaster trains that have come out in the early access are very heavily themed to look like either like a fighter jet. What else? I can't think of any of others off the top of my head, but I just know that there's a handful in there that we were told we were going to be getting more neutral, or like they say, vanilla terms of how coaster cars look, but a lot of them have kind of come out looking all themed up, so it's like, well, which one is it? But they're answering this. So again, will rides with built-in decor have vanilla versions too? Short answer, yes. So creativity is at the core of Planet Coaster 2, and the ability to attach scenery to rides is something which we're very proud of, allowing park managers to create unique rides. We are always considering new ways to expand this creativity, and will continue to introduce further creative options, including additional neutral coaster cars in future updates. Very cool. So it sounds like it's going to kind of be like rolled out in different updates, not all at once. So I wonder which ones they're going to do first. What are your thoughts on the very first ones that they're going to implement and everything? So, and then the last thing they have on here, we'll just mention it since it's on screen, is it going to be playable on Steam Deck? And they have Rich here, one of the key developers. He's holding up a Steam Deck, and sure enough, there you go. If you have the Steam Deck, you will be able to play and everything. So, but yeah, the big things that we are myself are really happy about are the custom music billboards, all that kind of fun stuff being added into the game. I know for my big park, I'm going to be wanting to add kind of that top 100 playlist that you kind of hear in generic parks, or maybe some custom billboards as well with some custom brands that I make. And then yeah, this load unload station, I'm like not the biggest like coaster guy. I'm not the biggest roller coaster guy in the world. I love roller coasters, but not like too tech savvy with them or whatever. But it's a really interesting thing from again a creative standpoint and a management standpoint to have the load unload station. So I'm really interested to see how people kind of implement those and to learn some stuff from there. So yeah, really exciting news from the Frontier community, or from the devs there and everything. So yeah, sound off in the comments. What are you most excited for the announcements today? And yeah, I'd love to hear what you have to say about that. So hey, thanks so much for everyone for hanging out for this little update video from Frontier. And yeah, until the next one, y'all have a good one.